family used to have a cabin deep in the woods of Lincoln County National Forest near Ruidoso, New Mexico. We would go there every now and then for a peaceful getaway. The nearest neighbors were at least 5 miles away. My parents and I were staying there one weekend in February, about 5 or 6 years ago. The snow was piled up 3 feet deep, and there was no way anybody was going to be out there for a few days. We didn't mind though. My favorite room was upstairs, and it had 2 big windows that faced out towards the woods. That cold winter night, there was no moon out. It was completely dark. My cat settled down at the foot of the bed, and the wind through the pines lulled us to sleep. Sometime in the middle of the night, my cat started screeching and hissing. I woke up suddenly and tried to figure out why my cat was screaming. He had never done that before, or since. My usually calm cat was yowling like a banshee at something outside my windows. I thought it might be a bear, so I stood up and turned around to see what my cat was so afraid of. All I saw were 2 glowing red eyes level with the windows. Whatever it was, it must have been at least 10 feet tall, because like I said before, my room was on the 2nd story. At first, all I could do was stand there and stare at those eyes. It was like they paralyzed me. And I felt strangely hot, even though the temperature that night was in the negatives. My cat kept on screeching this whole time, and I wondered why my parents hadn't heard him and come running to see what was happening. The thought of my parents somehow broke the mesmerizing hold that the eyes held in me, and I was able to look away. I saw a penny on the nightstand. This penny had a cross stamped into it, and my mom had given it to me. I grabbed the crossed penny and began to pray every prayer I could think of. As I prayed, my cat calmed down and fell into a deep sleep. I kept on praying because I didn't want to look up again and see those eyes. The next morning, my parents found me there, still praying, with the crossed penny in my hand. I was gripping it so hard that I couldn't open my hand for a long time after that. They asked me what had happened, and I told them my story. They didn't believe me. But we went out to the place where I saw the eyes, and there in the snow were fresh marks made by cloven hoofs.